this for 20 minutes, Charlie, I promise. So I'm Lisa. I was introduced to the church by Bill and Diane really, and I will get into that story in a moment. But I was born and raised in the Lutheran church. After my parents divorced, when we joined a Methodist church. I would say my faith was very inconsistent growing up. There was no fidgeting in church, or my dad would give us this horrible look. All I have memories of during that time were filled with anxiety, as my whole focus was to behave myself. When I turned 18 and was on my own, I lost my faith completely. Maybe not my faith 100%, but practicing going to church and worshiping God. When I met my husband in 1991, he was a practicing Catholic. Our relationship grew and we decided to get married. I found it to be very important that we were on the same page, so to speak, with our religion and raising our children. I converted to Catholicism. Again, I sat through Sunday services desperately trying to stay focused and glean what I could from the sermon. When my marriage ended in a very crushing manner, I desperately tried to go to Mass, only to find myself kneeling every time, sobbing uncontrollably. I felt so lost and chose to step away from the church. When I did that, I was living in a very, very dark world. As time went on, I was losing my will to live. Yes, I had 3 amazing children that I loved more than anything. When you're in that kind of darkness, it becomes hard to find your way out. When someone says the devil has your soul, maybe that's how I felt. I fought with all of my might to free myself from that. I started to do kind things for anyone and everyone that I could. Maybe it was buying their coffee, holding more doors open, or letting someone else go first while driving. Anything I could do to make someone else happy. The light started to shine again in my world after time. My faith was being restored. I've been friends with Bill and Diane for many years. One day, Diane thankfully invited me along to make fresh mozzarella and have a nice Italian dinner in downtown Fairfield. And you missed out on that one, Bill, thankfully. Bill couldn't make it last minute, and let me say I'm grateful for that. This is where I started meeting a fantastic group of people known to be part of City Coast Church. It was an instant feeling of being loved, warmth, and acceptance. I needed to know more about City Coast. Naturally, I began to attend Sunday services at McKinley. During my very first service, in listening to Charlie talk about a story in the Bible, I was engaged. I instantly wanted to know more. I felt like a child listening to their favorite storybook. I met more wonderful people from City Coast and felt like I was home. Baptism for me is a decision that I can make on my own accord. I feel my faith is renewed and stronger than ever. I would like my bond with God to continue to grow and be stronger every day. I'm looking so forward to continuing to grow deeper in my faith. I couldn't be here today without God being by my side. Knowing that the City Coast family is now also a part of my life makes each and every day more of a blessing for me.